everybody, welcome back to the channel, and that's right, it's another Vern rant, and today we're going to talk about plastic-free packaging. Hasbro sent me a personal email telling me that they were getting rid of the PFP packaging, and they were going to put Windows back in the box because they heard me complaining and they listened. Then I found out that they sent that email to pretty much everybody. So they didn't just hear me, they heard everybody, and the community spoke. But was it the plastic-free packaging that they should have been listening to? I mean, they have Recondo in the store right now, and this dude right now at Target is $11 on clearance. So it's got the window, it's just not selling. Then you got these plastic-free packaging, which is actually pretty good, I guess, except for you don't know what's in the box. It's like one of these surprise balls where like you don't know what you're gonna get until you get home and you open it up. That's almost what the plastic-free packaging is. It kind of tells you, but you're not sure if the figure's in there or broke or anything. Now, I have been like unfolding my plastic-free packaging and keeping it, but I think even when they go back to the window, I'll probably unfold the boxes and keep them. This is the G.I. Joe. It had some crazy artwork, which kind of looks cool and kind of not, but I wish this was on the back, and I wish maybe more of this type of stuff was on the front to make it look like maybe they should have went back to a profile card for the G.I. Joe. But anyways, I don't know if it's plastic-free packaging because you know what? Just because we got a lot of rain here in California over the last few months and most of California is out of a drought doesn't mean that they've cured the environment. And so if their whole point was to not do plastic because they wanted to help fix the environment, it was all environmental, I think that was like an excuse for them to cut corners and save money or something like that. I don't think it had anything to do with the environment, or they would not have backpedaled on it. Now, here's the thing that I'm thinking. I'm not sure if what really is going to help is the windowless packaging. I'm sure a lot of people are going to run out and they might start buying figures again that they weren't buying because they couldn't see them. Those are the people that want to keep their collections in box. Because why do you want a bunch of boxes on the shelf that just have pictures and you're not 100% sure what's in the box, right? Because you could just buy an empty box from somebody if you want to put boxes on your shelf. But anyways, with that windowed packaging, they can go back to collecting their figure and having it on full display with that figure in the box, which is amazing for in-box collectors. But now there's a break in their collection because there's a whole period of time where a bunch of figures came out without windows. Are they going to re-release all those figures? And what if they didn't sell very well? Then are they going to release them? I mean, come on. If we look at it, we got Kenobi still in stores. That's a windowed box. Almost all the Black Series, except for this newest wave, which hasn't really been seen in stores yet. In my stores anyways, all the figures in my store still have windows, and they're hitting clearance. Let me tell you what I think the real problem is, and see if you agree with me. Please tell me in the comments whether or not I'm speaking out of turn or not. I really think that the development teams, I mean, okay, I can't say that generally across the board. G.I. Joe has been doing some really good stuff. And then what do? They're re-releasing like Dusty in the Tiger Force colors so soon after nobody bought the other Dusty. I mean, there were so many complaints about that figure. It was like almost a complete reuse of a figure in my mind. That's why I didn't even buy Dusty. And then they're going to repaint him and repack him and sell him again. Look, G.I. Joe has been doing a pretty good job overall. Star Wars, okay, so I got a lot of Star Wars figures. But you know what? You finally announced the actual TV version of Black Chrysanthemum. The other one that you dipped in paint and was all shiny and stuff like that went on clearance. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, why wasn't this one first and you could have did that comic book one second? Or why didn't you actually try to retool something for that comic book one? We got Zeb. He just showed up in The Mandalorian. You should have had a figure ready to go. I don't know what's going on. There should be a new Bo-Katan in stores right now or announced, ready for pre-order with the new pauldron on her shoulder and the longer hair. There should be, but there isn't. There should be a Carson Teva with a leather jacket, but there isn't. You don't even have the first version where he's just in the pilot outfit. The 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi is coming up. And I'm thinking to myself, like, are you going to re-release Jabba the Hutt for everybody who's kind of been patiently waiting? I mean, you did all your exclusives that you announced for Comic-Con and whatever, and you've released those 4 or 5 times. So if you're holding back for something, you don't have to hold back. Just release them. I think this is the deeper cut of the problem. You say we're going back to windowed packaging because we're listening to you, but are you really listening? Because most of your Return of the Jedi figures that you're putting out for the 40th anniversary are just repacks of ones you've already put out during the Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary. And to talk about the 40th anniversary as the Empire Strikes Back, where is Lobot? I don't know. But anyways, that's what I think the bigger problem is. You got to start cutting out figures that you missed. Don't just repack the ones you've already made. You got Boba Fett carded on store. How many times are you going to sell that Boba Fett? You put him in a deluxe box. You sold him. He went on clearance. Nobody bought the ones that were in the box, and then you're going to put them on a Return of the Jedi card. That is fantastic for the people who are collecting on card. But I'm not going to buy it just because you painted the yellow a little bit different. So come on. Plastic in the packaging isn't the only problem here. So if you really want to send an email out saying that you're listening, crank out some figures that we haven't got in our collection. And then we'll know you heard us. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. If you have comments, leave them in the comments. And don't forget, everybody, have a fantastic day.